I think the biggest challenge is to decide whether you're going to film or whether you're going to shoot, and it's a dilemma. It was summertime, and I was walking in an area that was intersected with a bunch of deer tracks and trails, and thought, you know, maybe I just better look at this area a little longer. Yeah, I was quite surprised. There was a really nice buck came on past my camera and stood in front of the record rack block and ate for a while, and first in velvet and then in hard horn, and I thought, well, I'm going to set up here, and this is the area I'm going to hunt. You know, it's just like hunting. If anybody that has put up bait and put up cameras, they know the excitement of you know, this is a good area, let's see what comes along. And then all of a sudden, there he is on film, and you're thinking, wow, you know, I have to set up for him, but I hope he comes in. The area I hunt in, or, you know, where this deer is, I've taken other deer with the same sort of genetics, that big 4-point frame.
Okay, so tell me about the deer you shot in 2009.
Well, that was the biggest deer I ever shot in my life, and let me tell you, my heart was just pounding. Well, I don't know whether I'm in the frame or not, but here he is. Big buck. Look at the size of that rack. Unbelievable. There's nothing more exciting than when you see an animal like that coming towards you.
For this hunt, where you got the deer, were you set up in a ground blind or a tree stand? Or?
No, I was in a ground blind, and it was a pretty cold day. There were numerous does that came by, and some little bucks, little spikers, little three-point, you know, three-pronged deer. Nothing really big, but I knew that this deer was there because I had seen him on camera. But a lot earlier in the season, you know, summertime and then early fall, he was on the camera, and then he disappeared from the camera. But then there he was, and so I was very excited when I saw him, because I thought he was long gone. When he came out, he noticed the blind right away, and although it was well covered and stuff, and I had to reach towards the camera to turn it on because I didn't have the power on the camera. I turned the camera on, so he caught a little bit of the movement, and then of course I reached for my bow and put my release on the string, and by that time it only took a few seconds, but by those few seconds that went by, he became very cautious, and he was ready to bolt. His body posture changed, his attitude changed, and he turned. I thought he was just going to turn around and run. I thought, I've lost my opportunity. However, I couldn't shoot the way he was standing at the beginning. He actually walked away completely, and I never got a shot. And I thought, well, you know, I just missed an opportunity, and probably one of the biggest deer I'm going to shoot. And he's gone, but I remained quiet, and you know, he had been really nervous, and I didn't think I would see him again. But as it turns out, he came back. About an hour later, a couple does came in, and perhaps that's what led him back in. I get calm before the shot, and it's a good thing, because if you get really excited, you never make the shot. Tell you, that is an exciting thing when you see your arrow fly and you see the hit and you see the deer jump, and you know that it's all been worth it. Then you get excited, then your heart pumps, then all the adrenaline rush comes forward. But yeah, it was a great hunt. I just arrowed that 4-point buck I've been waiting for. Oh man, he just about got away with me. Turned the camera on, and he heard the noise. I'll just give him about an hour, and then I'll go look for him. Pretty exciting. Pretty darn exciting. He finally came in. I'll be darned. Well, I was thinking that he was dead for sure, because I could see the illuminated arrow hit him in a very vital spot, and I knew he wouldn't be very far, but I also knew that it was going to be dark pretty quick, so I better get on it real quick. Unfortunately, I didn't take my camera to the retrieval, so I have no retrieval footage of the deer. I left the blind up, I left the cameras up, I left everything up, because I had to get out of there. It was nighttime. I had to retrieve the deer and haul it back and clean it, and so I came back about a week later to pick up my blind. And you can see my blind. It's just all covered with snow, and the top is caved in. I used my brother's old toboggan, his old Polaris, and she whined and puffed and smoked, and we're here. Well, my blind was collapsed, of course. My cameras were covered with snow, and the batteries were still going. Those Bushnell cameras, they never quit. They're just like a ever-ready battery. They just keep on ticking, So yeah, that was good. Took the cameras down and shut her down for the year. The best part of the hunt was the satisfaction of getting the deer. Putting up cameras, putting up a block for bait, and monitoring the site, and doing all that you do prior to the hunt, and then having the deer come in, then have them leave, and then your highs and your lows of first spotting the deer on camera, then not seeing him again, then having him show up at a clear blue sky, and then not having a shot, and then lo and behold, he comes back again and gives me another opportunity. I mean, there was lots of things about this hunt that I liked. It was the highs and lows. I mean, it was up and down all the time, so you never knew what was going to happen.